Welcome everybody to Kirby's Adventure Week. I am the Epic Fudge, and in this part we are going to Onion Ocean. Well, shit, I hate onions. Oh wait, no, there's not going to be any onions in this level because there was never any raisins in Raisin Ruins or cookies in Cookie Country. So, yeah, I think it should be fine, even though this is the underwater token of the game. And pretty much everyone hates underwater levels because they're slow and stupid. I do have to say though, this is also a thing with underwater levels. This place has some really nice music. I think this music in particular was taken from Kirby's Dream Land 2, I think. I'm not too sure, but either way, this is really catchy music, and whenever I end up... I don't know, whenever I think of the beach, I always think of this music. Yeah, I can't get it out of my head, it's almost annoying me now. It's still a really nice tune. Anyway, enough of that tangent. This is the Ice ability, which is a rather versatile ability. A lot more versatile than fire, anyway. The Ice ability can freeze things, and when you freeze things, you can pick them. You can also turn into an ice ball. And you can also freeze things in midair, and they'll stay in midair. How that works, I have no idea whatsoever. I'm guessing the ice is, like, got parts of, like, I don't know, elements of helium in it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Helium ice cubes. Well, that's gonna be a thing now, isn't it? Oh, shit. So, yeah, oh, Christ, that wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah. The ice ability is a pretty helpful ability to use, and sometimes it is mandatory to be able to get certain gears and stuff like that if you're into that kind of thing. And here's another Warp Star section. You don't really get many of these in the game. But, yeah. Not really anything much to do. You just see Kirby just randomly deciding to bounce on people with his Warp Star. What did they ever do to win? Yeah, you can even eat people with the ice ability. And spit them out as ice cubes. And there's this nice little bit where you just get to float down very nicely and relax. And it's all very nice and well. You're showing it with... Oh, I'm gonna kill everyone! Very... Oh! Stupid... Oh, poor little Waddle Dee just there falling to his death. Oh, I feel sorry for him. Oh, Waddle Dee seems to... Oh, no, he's actually found the platform to fall on. Die! And that Waddle Dee's disappeared. Anyway, find a little hidden passage here. You'll just get stars here. I'm trying to sort of like be able to swallow this and swallow my ability, but it doesn't really work out, so I just end up getting rid of the Parasol ability. There's plenty of other Parasol Waddle Dees around, so I'll just eat one of them. And of course, that's the only one right up there, so I have to float all the way up there and eat him. Nom 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 nom. Now when Kirby swallowed something and he's underwater, he can't really do anything. He can like swim sort of, but he can't attack at all without spitting out the ability or whatever else he swallowed. Anyway, we get the tornado ability again, and obviously isn't exactly mandatory. This certain area in the game is definitely designed around the tornado ability. Because of all the diagonal trees and whatnot to go with the diagonal movements of the tornado. This game is pretty good about that, being able to design levels around the abilities that are being used. I like that about this game. Makes no sense in real life how places like this are designed specifically for a tornado to just go around and destroy everything. But still, it's nice. It's a video game. It's very convenient. Anyway, here is another new ability. This is the spear ability that's never been in a Kirby game before. You find a lot of spear Waddle Dees in the Kirby series in general. In fact, you can even play as one if you're playing in co-op on this game. And yeah, this is the ability that the spear Waddle Dee uses, which is spear. A very versatile ability, and it's very long range. Most of it is, this is probably the most badass thing ever, just being able to twirl around that spear like a helicopter. That is brilliant. It can even attack people while he's using it as a helicopter. Yeah, the spear ability is mostly used for long-range combat, but it's pretty helpful in combat in general, because you can just sort of float around and destroy things. Most of the time you'll find spear in areas. That generally means that you're going to find bombs that are going to be like encased within the kind of thing, like within the walls, and you can only use spear to get them out of there because spear is such a long range weapon and stuff like that. Like this, like that bomb right there. You struggle to get that without spear, so get spear, boom that bomb rock right there, and you'll find a secret passage which gives you a gear. And this has absolutely no puzzle to it whatsoever. You just run as fast as you can. But yeah, spear is like my second favorite ability out of all my the new abilities in the game. In fact, it's kind of grown on me. When I first got it, I didn't really like it because it was a mostly long-range ability that didn't really suit my playstyle at the time. But I don't know, I've grown a liking to it, and I really like the dash attack where you can throw multiple spears at once and just sort of dive around with it. And again, that spear helicopter is one of the coolest things you can do in a Kirby game. Anyway, I think we're coming to the end of this level now. Yep. Because we're on the third world of the game, this is where the longer levels start to kick in now. Because this, while most of the other levels have been relatively short, we've been in this level for 6.5 minutes. We've only just got our first gear. And speaking of which, we've now got our new ability, super ability, which is the Snowball. It turns you into a massive bowling ball made out of snow that can, like, eat everything and freeze everything. And look, it actually carries everything with you if you end up bumping into enemies. They carry with you, and as soon as it, like, blows up, all the enemies just go everywhere. It's pretty brutal when you think about it. Boom! This is one of my favorite out of the super abilities, actually, because it is actually, unlike most of the other super abilities, which are basically one-button screen nukes, this is really fun to use because you press one, you turn into a bowling ball, and you shake the remote to bowl yourself along and roll across the ground. And you can press the one button to explode. So it's actually got multiple uses compared to the rest of the super abilities. So this is probably my favorite super ability in the game, just because it's actually, there's a bit more to it other than press one to win. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's the end of this particular section with the snowballs, so let's just get rid of this little area so it doesn't get in the way once we're finished with the level. And let's go into the black space. I don't really know what to call it, so I'm calling it black space because everywhere's black and white. And now the purple wall is coming at you from the ceiling this time, so basically, if you're too slow, it'll crush you as like a crushing ceiling. A lot of cappies in this area. I don't know why. I don't know why when they made the Kirby anime cartoon thingy when that came out. I don't know why they decided to focus on cappies as the main inhabitants that Kirby would interact with in that. I don't know. They just seem kind of meaningless in the games, but they were quite creative when they came with the anime. I kind of liked some of them. But anyway, that's enough about that cartoon. I haven't watched that in years, actually. Well, yeah. This level has got pineapples in it. No onions. That's good. Kirby just eats everything in his way. He uses the souls of these eaten people to destroy the brethren. Everyone he is eating. Kirby is a really dark game when you think about it, people. You might think Call of Duty and all the rest of those hardcore games are like really, really manly. This game is actually pretty goddamn creepy when you think about it. It's not all kittens and rainbows and shit. Anyway, I'm gonna see what I can do to Spear Doom with a tornado ability. And it turns out that it utterly beats the shit out of it. I mean, look at it, I've already ended up bringing it down to less than a quarter of its health, and I've only hit it like a couple of times. There you go, boom. End of the level. Didn't get up. So yeah, that's the end of the first level, and it's 10 minutes. That is a long level for considering the rest of the levels are like 5 minutes long each, or something like that. So yeah, levels start getting a bit longer now, so there's going to be more parts that are dedicated to single levels at this moment. Actually saying that, this is actually one of the longest levels in the game, to be fair. And I got the 1 this time! Little pose there. I don't know. Anyway, we're on to level 2 now, and this level is considerably shorter than the last, actually. I should be able to get it done within the 15-minute time limit that I originally thought I had. Turns out I don't. Now, this level is much more underwater than the last one, even though it's considerably shorter. But, yeah, this is basically the whole underwater thing. You can move around in 8 directions. You can use the 2 button to move yourself upwards while you're moving left or right, and stuff like that. You can only move in 4 directions, sorry. And yes, certain abilities you can use underwater, like the sword ability, you can sort of swing your sword while you're underwater, but if you have something like stone, you won't be able to use it underwater. So yeah, that's a thing. But at least Kirby can defend himself, unlike pretty much every Mario game that's ever come out. The only way Mario could defend himself was either by using a fire flower or some other attack that was given to him in that game. Most of the time Mario can't defend himself in the water. At least Kirby can defend himself, so that's something. But anyway, in this bit we are introduced to another new ability. And I missed it. So I'm going to have to move back a bit, using a respawning enemy trick, and get it again, like so. This is the crash ability. It only has 2 uses. 1, blow shit up, or 2, blow everything up. You blow shit up by pressing the 1 button, and you can blow everything up by holding the 1 button for a bit. In fact, it's so powerful that it can one-shot mini-bosses, and it can also fuck up my recording, as you'll see for the rest of this part. Jesus. My audio ended up desyncing for most of this part, and I've ended up having to sort of mess around with the video to sort of like get it to sync up with the audio again. It took a long time to manage to put together properly. And even then, it's still pretty sloppily put together. The rest of this video will probably look like it's put together by blue tack and masking tape and shit like that. But anyway, I ended up missing that spear ability, so again, use the respawning enemy trick to get the spear ability, because chances are, if you find a spear enemy, you're going to need the spear for something. So the respawning enemies things is also a common occurrence in most platforming games in general. And again, much like the water trope, that's also been universally hated. But with the Kirby games, it actually works, you know, seeing as you kind of need enemies to get certain abilities. If you happen to kill an enemy without actually taking their ability, at least the enemy will respawn so you can get it again. So, the game's it's very forgiving, this game. Oh god. Like I said, this puzzle is simply just getting the bombs put together. I only need the spare ability to actually get into this room. And this is another thing I don't like about underwater sections. If you take so much as a single hit, 9 times out of 10, you will lose your ability. And if you lose your ability underwater, the ability will pop, because you can't swallow things while you're underwater. So, yeah, if you take a hit, 9 times out of 10, you lose your ability, and you lose it for good. So, yeah, that's annoying. Anyway, this is a new item. I'm just going to be calling this the Kirby's shoe, because it's almost exactly like the Kirby's shoe of Mario 3. Basically, what you do off this thing is it's got spikes on it. It can step on things and bounce off them. It can also walk on... It can also walk on spikes, and... yeah, this is where the audio's gone dead again. Yeah, you can walk on spikes. Eventually it'll run out, but you should be able to find another one if you can't find anything. You can use it to bounce off enemies, and the main reason why you use it, really, is so you can step on these golden blocks. And that'll Yeah, that'll sort you out with getting whatever thing you need to do, because the golden blocks can either be covering 1-ups, stars, a secret passageway, or it can also be covering a gear. Or it could be covering a secret passageway that leads to a gear, like this. Now we get this brilliant piece of music again. Anyway, we're back underwater, and sort of kind of running out of health now. So when Kirby's got no ability underwater, he can still attack people by blowing out a water gun. Then there's these eel things which will try to eat you, and if you're too close to them, they'll end up eating you, and you'll have to shake the remote to get out, otherwise they will kill you. At least I think they will. I don't know, I haven't stayed in their mouths long enough to get killed by them yet. Yeah, up here's a gear. Oh, up here's a gear. Not that hard to find, really. You just need to get up there. Yeah, there's not really much to talk about at the moment. It's just these eels again. Make sure you dodge them. Thankfully, though, this is the end of this certain level, and it's also pretty much the end of a part, so that's good, I guess. Anyway, can I get a 1 this time? Oh, I didn't get it. Oh well. I'll see you guys in the next part of Kirby's Adventure Wii.